Yo, it's Guido coming back at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate the support of the channel. Keep it up. We have Porani. Porani is Lansen C, Tier 8, Swedish, medium. New premium tank. Relatively new. And unlike most of the Swedish upper tier tanks, which are a bit odd, you know, you got the Sturb series with the siege mode and the travel mode. And you've got the heavy with the autoloaders and the crazy good turrets. This is a pretty standard medium tank. Single shot, good mobility, hits pretty hard for a medium tank. Porani is top tier, so let's see what he does here on whatever this place is called. Pilsen, spawned into the south, and immediately an EBR Hotchkiss goes raging through. So Porani's actually going to just chase this dude down. Aims in there, actually hits him on the move. This tank doesn't have great accuracy. Can be a bit derpy, so that was a somewhat lucky shot, but they're going to nuke this dude. Very foolish of a wheeled tank. If any tank can do it, a wheeled tank is one of them, but it was really early. There's an artillery shot going in. Porani covers up for a minute. He's got the E25, the Defly 8 moving in there. He's going to work this zero line right here. Positioning wise, I don't know. This is not really my favorite idea as top tier right here, but it'll depend on who is over here to fight and what he does with it and where he flexes to later. You can see that his M6, 4503, and Ferdinand, one of his other tier 8s, the other tier 8 being an artillery, has gone into the west side and they're fighting down there in the factories. They've got the T-44 there, which leaves the T-28 on Porani's side, and an unknown number of other tanks which have not made themselves known yet. So we're going to hang out back here. E-25 is a bit forward to see if they can find something. And here comes a P-43 TER. One thing about this map and this side, folks, with this many guns involved, and I continue to make the same mistake myself, be careful of boring up through those bushes and then getting spotted like that. You may think, there's nobody there, but with this many guys still playing, clearly there's going to be people there. The Cromwell B actually kills the E-25, so he's over here as well. T-25 came off the ledge and looks like he's moving up, interestingly, into the middle of all those hills right there. So Porani takes the opportunity to scoot forward. Cromwell B goes by. A little bit of an issue there with the third person attempting to take a third person shot. I might have zoomed in a little bit there and tried to take that shot, but he's going to zoom in really nicely here with the sniper mode and put a hit into the Scorpion, who's up above there and now getting wrecked. Again, another problem with being too far forward there and not having good vision. Somebody sneaks up underneath right here, you're going to have a bad day. Now, the Cromwell has snuck into the middle. He ran through the middle. There are still some tanks back there backing up Porani. Porani's team is winning 5-3. Now Porani has to do what the enemy team was attempting to do, which is push along the 9-0 line without getting spotted and absolutely vaporized. However, the difference now is, look how many guns are in the game, right? A bunch of them have been removed, and we know where 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are. 2 of them are artillery. So that's 3 or 4 tanks unaccounted for. Now he does get a little bit aggressive here and pushes on in, but he's not seeing anything, not getting spotted. And all of a sudden the T-28 is seen, and unfortunately he is out, for him anyway, he is out in the open. Porani bounces. I think in this case, Porani, if I was to do this myself, I might tuck up against this wall a little bit more so artillery doesn't come up and over in case I'm spotted. Just get over to this place. It's not going to stop you from being able to shoot him. But you got the shots. There's one, so we dropped 329. I'm not really sure why you're backing up. I don't think there's anybody up there that's going to shoot back at you. And it could be just a case of that kind of automatic thing. And the T-28 may have actually given up because he's actually getting hammered. I don't see him moving. Takes another 336 right in the old rear end. And we're just going to zoom in here. Nicely zoomed, and we take that guy out. And kind of auto backup, right? So that is interesting. That's not what you always want to do. All right, so we're knocked down to 7-8, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks accounted for, which means there's 1 TD unaccounted for. So either up in the northwest or somewhere around here is probably where he is. And holy cow, there he is. Maybe come around that corner just a little bit more careful next time. Take a little peek, because that's really a spot where they're going to sit pretty much all the time. This is really nice here. Actually, just gets a little bit of a tip fires and moves back, and leaves him with 1 hit point. Holy cow, what a pain in the rear that is. Gonna come out. That guy misses. He got a little bit nervous and fired a little bit early. The Dicker Max gun is a bit derpy. It's not bad, but can be a bit derpy. Now we're down to 8 to 11. So the enemy team has 2 artillery and an advantage in tanks, although the IKV just got their 30-45 that evens it up just a little bit. And Porani's tanks are all down here in the southeast. It was all the guys that were on his side, and the factory guys lost. So that's kind of why I mentioned earlier on it. I think for me, top tier with this setup, I'd have been down in the factories. But he's dropped 2,325, 3 kills, and cleaned up any issue they may have had with those guys. And the T-28 was aggressive. So had he been down there in the factory, maybe they win down there. Maybe not, but the T-28 comes through unmolested, probably. Unless the other smaller tanks would have been able to take him out. So we're going to cross back over here. Looks like he's prioritizing the 4503. That'd be a good one to get rid of. Come over here and try to protect the 3485. But the IKV-65 does some good work and takes that dude down. You really came around that corner and exposed yourself. That I just would not have done that. I think you could have done the same thing by coming up to right to this corner and not coming around that much. Plus you're giving a lot of side armor right there. At least put the front armor to him. Even though this tank doesn't have a whole bunch. And holy cow, he bounced. So it looks like he actually hit the front. You're probably, yeah, well, he didn't pin because of my angling. Yeah. And nicely done. That guy's now done. So we'll go ahead and speed forward. We're looking for the satisfying finish. Coming through here, we're looking for artillery. And there he is. So Porani's at 2,700, 658 spotting. This is all over but the shouting. We're going to come down here. The dude is spotted. Come right around. Watch how fast he moves his gun. He's like, I see you, boom, and just whacks Porani for 401. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and repair. Get rid of the stun if you can. Come in here, reload as fast as possible. Take that guy down. Up to 3,100. Now, there's an interesting thing that happens here. The only reason I'm really going this far. Little jet in the background. The artillery hits him, and he hits him from that direction, right? Now watch what Porani does. Alright, that's a great teamwork thing. He clicks on that over there, but I'm going to tell you, man, the selfish side of me says right there, I wouldn't tell him where it was. If the game was in the balance, and it was important, then absolutely, let's get the team going over there. I'd have just turned and gone towards that artillery. They were all headed up to the corner. And I'd have taken those hit points for myself, especially since he already hit me and gave me the SA. It wouldn't bother me at all. In general, though, clicking and letting people know is a great idea, a great teamwork idea. And this dude is right here in this bush, just blasts him at point blank. The good news is, despite all that, Porani ends up with the 280 hit points, takes that guy down. 6 kills, man. Nice job, Top Gun. I think I would have gone over to the west into the factories, but as it turned out, based on what the T-28 did, it worked out pretty well for your team, and you played well throughout all of it, husbanding your hit points, killing guys as required, and then coming back, flexing back to the cap. That was hugely important, right? You got forward. Instead of going around behind them, you noticed that they were pushing towards your cap, and you had some tanks back there. That's where your support was. You went right back down there, and with your buddies, ended up cleaning up the push into the cap, the guys that had won down in the factory. So nice job, man. Nice game. 3,380, 658 assists, 6 kills, and a Top Gun. Thanks, Porani. Appreciate it for everybody else. Appreciate your support of the channel, and we will see you.